Hello everybody, it's Henry Weederman. So what I'm doing is I'm working on this wheel for a Scag Tiger Cat 52-inch cut. So I'm going to be putting the seal in. So what I did is I preheated the hub. I put the seal in my freezer to shrink it a little bit so I can make it easier to go in. I want it to go in smooth and not bend it all up. Alright, so now I'm going to go fetch it. Okay, so now I got the seal. I put it in the freezer. I don't have much time with it. I'll put a little bit more heat on here for about 10 to 20, 30 seconds. This works pretty good. First time I tried this with this method, I just wanted to go in a little bit easier. I got it pretty hot before I did this, so it won't take too much. Plus it's hot out here. So I got my nylon hammer ready. I'll center it. You got to make sure that the spring side down. Oh yeah, look at that. I don't have nothing big enough to go around the edges, but dang if that didn't go in nice. See, that worked. So heating it up with my hot air gun and then cooling the seal itself in the freezer slid right in with very little effort. So now I'm gonna get the other bearing. I'll get set up for the other bearing. Careful, monkey still. It's not hot like it was. It cooled down pretty quick. I'll wait a little bit. Now I'll go ahead and get the other bearing ready, and I'll do the same thing. Just get some gloves on for packing it. Just bear with me. So I'm gonna get ready to do this other bearing. Got the camera rolling. I might as well just do it. Good process. Actually quite happy with that. So alright, so I got the other bearings already packed. I did a video on that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack the race. Gloves don't like you when you're all sweaty. I'm gonna poke a hole on it. Easier to keep it on the glove and not my hands and get all over the place. Alright, so now I'm going to pre-pack the race, and I'm going to put down in the center down in here too, because I don't want to have to use a whole grease gun to fill up this inside chamber. So be liberal with it. You're not going to hurt it. You can use a lot of grease. That's why I had the customer buy the grease. Get it down in that hub. Let it fall in there. That'll spin around. Because what it does, I pre-fill the cavity, then my grease gun doesn't have to use all of it in the chamber to fill this cavity up. I've already done all that. Poke it down in there, I can hear it. Quite a bit goes in there, guys. So alright, I just want to preload it. I want the bearings get fresh grease. Not gonna hurt. Bearings pre-packed, race is pre-packed. That's gonna be nice. It'll be on the side here where the seal is gonna go in. Same principle. I'm gonna heat it. Now that I've got everything packed, get my hands cleaned up. Clean off the excess grease here. I liked how that seal went in doing that. That heat with the air gun and freeze with the freezer on the seal. What a difference. Alright. Alright, just bear with me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this other bearing side. I love the hot air gun. The other day on those idle bearings I used my torch. I should have used my hot air gun because it just This focus power is different than actual flame. It has more of an impact. Man, I'm just excited how that seal went under there. Not damaged. I'm telling you, freezing and heating is the way to go on this stuff. Make it easier on you. I'm watching the clock. I'm going to do about a good minute. I know it's boring. You're probably like, what is this guy doing? And I'll go get the seal real quick. Then I'll have the video when I actually put the spacers in and put this wheel together and put it back in. This thing will be ready for the customer. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go get the seal and I'll do a couple more minutes on it when I get back. Be right back. I'm sure it didn't cool off that quick. About another 10-20 seconds, so bear with me. I seal slide right in like the other one did. I barely even had to tap it, really. Went in nice. This heat gun just does an incredible job. And then it's not melting the grease. That's probably at 500 degrees, so make sure you got it the right side up. A little bit of, oh, holy, look at that. I like my nylon hammer. And there you go, folks. Another seal in, perfect. Nice and flush, perfect on both sides. Can't be any happier. Now I'll drop in the spacers. I'll get those real quick. Got the spacers. When I go to stick the shaft through, this little bit of grease on this lip. Be careful when you stick your spacers in there. It's got a lip it rides on, so you know which way to put them in. Get a little bit of lubricant on them. Don't be afraid to get a little bit of grease on them. I'll use my finger this time. I don't mind a little bit. And they just pop right in. Look at that. Both sides. Put a little bit of grease on them. Just to get it so it's on that rubber and has something to start on. And you slide right in. Can't beat that. Fit perfect. So there's nothing wrong with that. So then you also have a tube that goes in between in the bearing. That'll shoot over to the other bearing. Just got to work it in. Get it lined up right. Come on, man. Stuck in the bearing. Get the bearing lined up right. It's off just a little bit. Stick your finger in it. Come on the other side. Nice thing running through there, you get that excess grease. It'll pre-lube the tube for you. Come on. Finger got stuck. Sticking on my bearing. Maybe the tube's got some issues. Got a high spot on it, I think. I had to check the tube, the center tube, spacer tube. because it's got a high spot on it and it's catching on the tube. So the bearing's catching on it. I'll take the old bearing and run it on it real quick. Maybe I got a burr on it. I checked it once. I'll pop this back out. All right, so I'll continue when I get this shaft that's got a burr on it. This is jammed up, so I will pause this and I'll come back to it. All right, Henry Weiderman out.